Good morning. It's Saturday morning. You know what that means? Good morning. Okay, we have sound. Let me leave the links. Boring part, boring part. Boring part alert. See who's awake this morning. I actually haven't seen anybody online yet this morning, so we'll have to see. Beautiful day in the neighborhood today. Supposed to be in the mid-70s here. Yesterday was pretty nice too, but we've been getting our share of rain. And after today, it's going to rain some more. But everything is green, and all of the trees are blossoming, and magnolia trees have their blooms on them, and all that good jazz. So hopefully the rain will go away after another week of it. Okay, we'll wait a couple more minutes, let people wake up and see who's here. If you're here, go ahead and comment. Oh, Joe's here. Hey, girl, hey. What's up, what's up? Let's see. Okay. Have your caffeine? Oh, you probably don't want caffeine. You're probably getting ready to go to bed in a little bit. Wait a couple more minutes, see if anybody else is awake. I haven't seen anybody yet on the Maven page being active, so we'll see. If anybody knows anybody who works for Coke, if they want to sponsor these videos, that'd be awesome. Since I always have one in every video because I'm always super tired. Joe's got her tea. I'd have my pajamas on if I didn't have to drive somewhere usually before I do these. I'm forced to put my clothes on every time we have these, or I'd be hanging out in my jammies for sure. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and get started, and we'll see if anybody else shows up or not. So campaign 13, this is the introduction of the a new ultimate multi-performance products. So has that on the front with a couple of page spread. Yeah, the first 4 pages is all about that. And then on the back cover is the Skin So Soft shower gels, and they are, it's the lowest price ever ad. There's kind of a lot of stuff being discontinued this time, so let's kind of crank our way through it. The whole first part of the catalog is like new, it's the new clothes and that sort of thing after the skincare. It's all the new clothes. But starting on page 83, some of the men's stuff for Father's Day is already while supplies last. So, and the Father's Day stuff technically was in campaign 12. Interestingly enough, they didn't do a big Father's Day spread at the front of the book. It was stuffed in the middle of the book, which I thought was kind of a little bit lame. And then the campaign before that, I believe they had a little bit of stuff for men, but it wasn't technically the Father's Day brochure. But anyway, so page 83, the patriotic sandals are while supplies last. Page 86, the on-the-go handy toolkit, which is this one down here. Page 88, the portable device charger, just this one up here. That's been in there for a while, so. And then there's a whole now or never section. So starting on page 90, and it goes all the way through page 109. So I'm not going to read everything to you, but I'll just like show you the pages. It's a lot of the children's stuff. And they're trying to get rid of the Frozen, what's left of the Frozen. And then clothing, which is not a shocker. Here's the Mark stuff, which is a lot of this we've already seen in the outlet books anyway, so those are not shockers. The Bath and Body, and then some of the clear skin also have been in the outlet books, so these are not new. The one thing I did want to tell you about, the extra lasting eyeshadow pencils are in this. 4 colors in this one. The colors they have are amethyst, diamond black, aquamarine, and violet. And then as far as the True Color eyeshadow duos, there's 6 of them listed here. Golden Riviera, and some of these have been on clearance for a while. Golden Riviera, Enchanted Forest, Bronze Sun, Retro Glamour, Burgundy Berry, and Black Star. But the extra lasting eyeshadow pencils are definitely going. Or at least these 4 colors for sure, because they're while supplies last. Unless they decide to make more, which sometimes they do that. Then fragrance-related items, which have all been in there before. Some watches. Yeah, only 4 of the shades. Well, and I'm wondering, are they getting rid of just those 4 shades, or are those the 4 shades that they think will be the only ones left? You know what I mean? Like, do they think that the other shades will have already sold out by this point, and so these are the ones they're predicting to have left that they're still trying to get rid of? I'm not really sure, but then here's a mix of clothing. Well, I guess it's all Mark. Yeah, I think it is all Mark. Some more of the Mark clothing. Yeah, I'm assuming that with those eyeshadow pencils, I'm assuming that they're getting rid of all of them and that these are the ones they think will take longer to sell, but I really don't know. Okay, so that's the While Supplies Last section. Then on page 133, the Curves for Women Sport Style Sneaker, which is this one here. Wish they would definitely let us know. Are they leaving, staying, come out with new shades? Yeah. They still haven't gotten good as much as we've griped about giving us warnings of what is being discontinued or printing it in the book. And it's frustrating, especially for reps who have been around a long time, because they, you know, Avon in the early and mid 2000s was excellent at that. I mean, if a color was being discontinued, it wrote on there, you know, they marked every color that basically that it was being discontinued, so that people knew that this was, well, I think what they said was last time in brochure. And they marked it down to the colors, every single item that was ever being discontinued. So it's, I don't know, it's frustrating that they can't get it together to do that. I mean, that's the kind of communication that we want, right? That's what we're asking for, so we can plan better. You know, and sales would improve if we were able to plan. That's just how that works. And then on page 152 and 153, the hooded towels, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one and the Sophia the First one, are both While Supplies Last. So a lot of clearing out on the kids stuff. I don't know if that means anything or if it just means they have a lot left over. And I mean, some of that stuff was from Christmas, so you know, it's just trying to clear house. This is the one I was a little surprised to see on page 156. The Skin So Soft Luminous Luxe body washes, you know, the three cents, are While Supplies Last. Not that I expected those to be around, you know, for forever, but I expect them to be around longer than just a couple campaigns, because this has potential to be a really good big seller, I think, once people try them. So that was one that they probably should have had a long-term vision for, in my opinion. Oh, whatever, they don't ask me. They did, they wouldn't be hurting so badly. Just kidding. Sort of. Okay, so that's it for that. Oh, I do want to show you pages 176, 177. They're doing a deal. It's in the Naturals line, Naturals plus the bubble baths, where they're doing all 5 for $14.99, plus you get a free poof. So what it winds up being is 2 shower gels, the body spray, body lotion, a bubble bath, and a poof for $15. So they're doing it for the pomegranate collection and for the cherry blossom collection. I think that's it. Yeah. Let me show you that. Joe says that's way too fast for those shower gels to be discontinued. Yeah, I think so too. I think that's a missed opportunity. Kind of like the CC concealer pencils, wasted opportunity, you know, with those. Those are shimmery body washes are always popular in the summer. Yep. Well, and again, you know, campaign 13 for me, well, when will that start? May. So most people will be selling it in June. And the further back you are in the RPS line, the further into the summer you'll be selling it. So in a way, they've kind of projected for the majority of reps to be selling it like in the middle of the summer. I'm the one who sells. I'm the one who's selling like tanners in December, fall clothes in June, that kind of stuff. But and if you're, RPS 1 or 2, you're going to be selling it in June and then done. But a lot of reps will be selling it more in July. But still, it's still something that I think would have sold consistently, for quite some time fairly well. So, I don't know. But they might bring them back again next year, or I'm sure they'll bring back some version of it if it doesn't look the same, exactly the same. Let's see. They do have a whole section they're calling Travel Buddies. Let me show you that real quick. I mean, it's just basically things like lip balms and lip glosses and some of the minis, skincare things and stuff that, they're basically promoting it like take it on your vacation type thing. But so I don't know, but just to get you thinking about the fact that people are going to be vacationing, and you can start to sell to them, not only travel size things, but even, here, buy your cute vacation outfit for me, that kind of thing. Start to think about, they might want their cute little new outfit to go, cute little, summer dress to go on their trip kind of thing. Okay. And then the Bug Garden sun care stuff is all the very back. All right, so that's that. The Mark catalog, I did already show this to you last time, but I'll just show it to you again. It's the one with Lucy on the front, the Buenos Aires stuff. So same book for that. Then the mini magazine, mini catalog looks like this. And on the back, they actually have housewares on the back, which is interesting, and I kind of dig it. The stainless steel utensil set, because I generally like our housewares. We've had a few misses in the housewares line here lately, but I usually like it. There's not a lot, but a decent number of discontinued things in here as well. So let me just run through those real quick. Page 19. The Floral Fantasy, just the statement necklace, is While Supplies Last. Not discontinued items, items that are selling out, basically, is what I meant to say. So just this necklace. The rest of it, they still have plenty of, but this one they're projecting to sell out. Page 22. The Dramatic Hue CZ rings. So these here. Page 26. And the reason I show you these, if there's any new reps that stumble across this video, is because if you demoed that, if you bought one of these to demo, you need to make sure you've made your money back. You've not only made enough money from demoing it to cover your demo, but also that you actually made a profit from demoing it. So if you haven't done that yet, then you need to make sure that you focus on selling from this book before they're gone. Or you need to consider, if you have the budget to do it, purchasing some that you can keep to sell on hand, and making sure that you have purchased enough that when they are all sold, you will have made your profit. So the reason I show you these is so that you are that your demos are actually making you money instead of you wasting money. Your demos need to make a profit for you, not end up being a loss. Okay. that's why I show you guys this stuff. Joe really wants to get some bug guard, but she didn't have as much luck with it last year. Well, it wouldn't surprise me if mosquitoes and those kind of things are adapting to the, you know, the ingredients over time. Am I okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Thanks for asking. How are you doing? How you doing? Okay, so that's page 22. Page 26, the Cushion Walk Pretty Pump Slingback is while supplies last. These I really liked. I mean, I think they're really pretty, but I wear 7.5, so I can't wear them. I'm a half size. But I like, that's probably, in my opinion, one of the most fashionable and practical items that we've sold in a long time. And then on page 30, the Crazy for Quilted collection is while supplies last. So this whole, the duffel bag, the tote bag, the cosmetics bag, that whole thing is while supplies last. I didn't see anything that was flyer exclusive this time, so yeah, Joseph thinks it was a good idea for them to have a basic pair of nude pumps. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Bye, Felicia. Okay. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Okay, and then the outlet book. I didn't see anything in here that I was really that surprised by. It's got the red CZ and heart stud set and gift box on the front. Oh, hold on. Got to plug in. At least they say sorry for being spammers. Sorry, my cord is all tangled up. There we go. Okay, plugged in, ready to roll. All right, the red CZ heart stud set and gift boxes on the front. And then on the back, there is a, this I'm not really a fan of. There's a free sample packet for the Advanced Techniques Reconstruction 7 Intense Recovery Mask on the back. Free with any $10 purchase from pages 10 to 15 of this outlet. So they have to pay, they have to spend $10 to get the free sample packet, which I think is interesting because if you guys remember me posting on the Maven page a while back that I basically give people a sample for every $10 that they spend, because budget-wise, it makes sense, you know, like based on my commission percentage and how much of a profit I make on the majority of my orders. It does not eat into my profit too much or put me at a loss to give them a sample for every $10 they spend. And then all of a sudden Avon has a free sample for a $10 purchase, which I think is interesting. But then on pages 10 to 15, it's basically the makeup stuff, some perfume related stuff, and then the body care stuff. Oh, I did want to mention in the outlet, there are 2 shades of the eyeshadow pencil in the outlet book itself. Topaz Shimmer and Shimmering Sand are the two colors that they have actually in the outlet. So maybe they have more of the Topaz and the Shimmering Sand than they do of the 4 colors that are in the other book. I don't really know. But anyway, so technically there's 6 shades in this campaign available. And how many were there in total? Were there 9, Joe, originally? I feel like there were 9. Tell me if I'm wrong. But anyway, so the sample packet offer, I mean, I don't know if that's like, I don't think I would focus on that too much. Like, ooh, spend $10 so you can get a foil packet. I wouldn't focus on this one as a selling point. I would say if you've got somebody who's bought $9 worth, then you might say, well, hey, buy one more dollar and you can get the sample. But I don't sell out of the outlet book anyway. Just as what's so weird to her, why not just put all the colors together? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's, I can only assume that it's based on the quantity that they have available. So, but I don't know. So, you know, like we said before, it could play into what their long-term goals are with selling it. You know, if they don't actually plan to discontinue some of the colors and they're just selling excess, then, you know, they might be doing something different with it. But I think separating them like that, I think the problem with separating them out like that is that it makes it too hard for the customers to, you know, if the customer wants to buy some of those and she sees them in the book, she doesn't know that there's 2 more shades that she could order, you know, unless the rep tells her. So it's hard for customers and reps to order, you know. So, I mean, how hard would it be to put all 6 shades in the book and then just mark under the 4, you know, while supplies last, under the 4 that is really while supplies last? Not that hard. So I don't know. I wanted to show you guys, this is the little book that if you took advantage of the stock up double dollar opportunity with, you know, like the bigger bundles for the ultimate multi-performance, you know, they said you get the free book thing. So I did want to kind of show you guys what that looks like because I got mine. It's 43 pages. I will say this is the first piece of material that they have put out in a long time that was at all reminiscent, or is at all reminiscent of the training materials. Not really, I won't say the training materials, but I will say the product information materials that we used to get. So I'm glad about that. It still doesn't substitute for actual training material, but it at least is kind of a reference guide that you can sort of, you know, flip into if you're a new rep and you're not quite sure about the products. Although I will say, well, yeah, I mean, the information is limited. It's almost like, it's like a 2-page spread for each line type situation where they have the line, it kind of gives you the overview of the line, and then you turn the page and then it gives you like a who is it for, why do I use it, how do I use it section. So you can kind of, it's kind of like a basic way to familiarize yourself with with the products that we have available. So, you know, this is something I think that is good for brand new reps to have on hand, or if you never really took the time to learn this stuff and you've been a rep for a while, you know, it's good to have it on reference. Doesn't substitute for actual training materials, but you know, here's a chart that says, you know, how to select products that treat your concern. So it's got like the concerns on one side, and then it has the product layout. So I can see value in this. I wish they would have made it something that we could purchase, and maybe they will, because it would be nice for upline leaderships to be able to purchase this for like 99 cents, you know, to give to their downline, to their new reps, you know, or even better, it would be even better if Avon just automatically included this in the new rep packets. You know, when you sign up your rep and they're filling out the contract for this to be in there, but you know, that's what I would like to see down the pipeline for reps. But anyway, Joe thought Shimmering Sand was gone already because it wasn't in the brochures, period, for a few campaigns. Then all of a sudden it's back. Yeah, see, I don't know. I just don't know what they're doing. Joe's interested to see what the new monthly web TV videos are going to be like and how helpful they will be. I think I saw somebody post some questions about that or something, but I haven't seen any materials on that at all, or had any invites to it or anything. But then again, we all know that I do not get any of the information that I'm supposed to get, including my invites to the President's Club luncheon or gala, and so it's not surprising that I haven't gotten any information on it. So anyway, but if anybody has information on that or like links to any of that stuff, send it to me, because I haven't gotten, surprise, anything about it. But I would like to check it out. I feel like their mindset, and you know, I don't really know how it's going to be, but I feel like their mindset is more like everything ends up being a pitch, like a sales pitch to us, versus actual like training, helpful material. So I'm hoping that it won't be that. That's what I'm hoping. Please let it not be that. Don't try to sell me the stuff. Train me on the stuff. That's what we need. We'll see. And I'm wondering if this is a test thing to see how many people participate or how it goes, so that they can get rid of managers altogether. You know what I mean? Sweet. That would be awesome. And check it out. Okay, so the what's new for campaign 15. It's the new Vitali Day Lotion. A big promo for that. Pores look smaller, skin looks even, you look radiant, lightweight for summer. So it's basically a re-promote for the day lotion. So I don't know if they're not selling enough of the day lotion. I think people in a lot of cases do tend to buy night creams more than day creams, but you know, I don't know. So there's a super earner opportunity where you get guaranteed earnings of 50% off the brochure 15 special price. Intro special for the day cream is going to be $19.99, but eventually it's going to be $28. And you can demo it for $11.99. But the Super Earner Pack, you can buy one pack includes 3 of the day lotions and then 5 samples of the day lotion. So it's an $84 value. You pay $29.98. You get full award sales of $59.97. You earn $29.99. So the upside to this pack over any other packs that we've had really this year is that you do get full award sales, and you will get 50% earnings if you sell it at the $19.99 price. Yeah, Jo says she hopes they aren't referring to the conversation about getting rid of the managers. She hopes they aren't doing that, but it would make sense if they can do that through the webinars. They'll cut people back out to save a buck. So yeah, I could see that being kind of the long-term concept. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so let me show you what this is. What the pack looks like. And the fine print on it, it says there's no limit. It's delayed billing. You order it in campaign 13 or 14. You'll be billed on your campaign 15 invoice. You pay with your campaign 16 order. The campaign 15 brochure price counts towards award sales and earnings level. The you pay price is what's used to calculate your leadership earnings, though. So you don't get leadership earnings on the full price. You get leadership earnings on what you paid. And then, you know, your credit limit is involved in that as well. So if you have low to no credit limit, you might have to pay some in advance. Okay, and so then let me just give you the details on it. Who is the customer for this product? Women concerned about early signs of aging, uneven skin tone, visible pores, dullness, and tired-looking skin. What can it do for customers? In one day, the pores look smaller and more refined. That's based on a consumer perception study. So it's their perception. It was their perception that they looked smaller and more refined. In 2 weeks, 97% of women showed improvement in skin's texture and clarity, and that was based on a dermatologist-supervised clinical study. What is the technology? The formula with our exclusive Vitotone complex recaptures glowing skin and reveals a smooth, poreless texture. How should it be used? You apply it every morning to cleanse skin after a new Absolute Even multi-tone skin corrector, which is recommended, or a new serum or clinical treatment. And then you use the Vitality Night Cream in the evening. So you know, they're recommending that you use it after a treatment or a serum in the mornings, which of course would be applied after, you know, your freshly cleansed skin regimen if you wash your face in the mornings. Okay, so there's that. So this is one, you don't get double award sales. So if you took advantage of the double awards opportunity with the other, the multi-performance, make sure you have made all of your money back on that. Don't get yourself in debt trying to do too much. I would probably only do this one if I was getting close to President's Club, because you do get the full award sales. But if, as much as you can take advantage of those double award sales opportunities, that's still where my focus would be until you hit President's Club. Okay. And let's see. There is a sample opportunity. It's 30 samples for only $6.99. And it includes 15 of the day lotion, 5 day creams, 5 night creams, and 5 eye gels. Okay, so they're not getting rid of the normal day cream that we had before. They're just adding this, they're adding this lotion to it. So now your customers have an option. If they need more moisture and something more emollient, then recommend the day cream to them. If they are maybe a little bit younger, or they don't feel like they need quite as much moisture, or they prefer something that's a little thinner, a little less thick, then recommend the day lotion to them. Okay, so and then they're recommending, the reason they're doing the sample pack is because there's a big push to do Power of 5. Anybody who's been around for a long time remembers that there was we always did the power of 3, meaning if you go out every single day and approach 3 new people, and introduce yourself, you're an Avon representative, try to make a connection with 3 new people, your sales will continually grow and your customer base will continually grow. Well, now they're pushing for the power of 5. And they're saying you get 5 samples in each pack, give them to 5 customers, follow up after 5 days to close the sale, and after 5 weeks, call back to replenish her supply. Okay. So now, the next opportunity that they have with this is they have a special representative offer for the Vitali collection. And you save 45% off our lower prices ever in brochure 15. So this one is not as good of an earnings opportunity as this one, as the one we just talked about. But 45% is still decent. It's not a double award, award opportunity or anything like that. But what's included is the cleanser, the eye gel cream, the day cream, and the night cream. So here's your opportunity to stock up on the other 4 products. You have the opportunity to stock up on the new day lotion, but they're giving you an opportunity to stock up on the other products as well if you would like to. And you can order there. It's not a pack. It's like order each one separately, as many as you want. So it's no limit. You order in campaigns 13 and 14. You'll be billed in the campaign that you order. But this is one where you only get award sales on your costs. So it's not full award sales for the other 4 products. Okay. But here's the other 4 products if you aren't as familiar with the line. Okay. So there's that. Then there is another changing gears. We're getting out of the new skincare. Now we're talking makeup. There is a special representative offer where you can save 40% on the brochure 15 offer of 4 for $10. So in brochure 15, these items are going to be available to your customers at 4 for $10. Okay, so this is giving you 40% off of that price, which is what you would earn anyway if you're President's Club. And if you are above President's Club, then this isn't really a deal for you because you would be earning it 45 or 50% anyway. Okay, so what is included is this is all glimmer sticks. Lip liners, eyeliners, the waterproof eyeliners, the diamonds eyeliners, the liquid glides, and the brow definers. It's no limit. You order in campaigns 13 and 14. You're billed in the same campaign you order them. The $1.50 each, your cost price counts toward award sales. So you do get, well, no, it's your cost. So it's not full award sales. And of course your credit limit is involved. Just wondering if the fragrance is as strong in the lotion as the creams. It smells good, but it's just too strong for her. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've not had an opportunity to try it yet, so, or see it or smell it, or I mean I do have the night cream, but I'm talking about the day lotion I haven't seen yet in person, so I'm not sure. I would bet it's probably the same though. Let me see. Let me make sure it doesn't. I don't think it said anywhere that it would be unscented or anything. No. Yeah. I don't think so. Okay. They have a cute little pair of sandals for little girls. I'll show you those. They're kind of cute. And another new bra. Those are kind of cute, right? This dress, they're starting to do this weird thing. This dress with the flutter sleeves, we've had a the flutter sleeve dress before, but this one I'm not. I feel like they're doing this thing, and you guys will remember that we kind of joked around and made fun of that shirt where I said it looked like they sewed the corner of a tablecloth on the back. This is kind of what this feels like to me, because it's almost like a, I don't know how I would describe it. It's almost like an eyelet style fabric for sleeves. And to me, it's another thing where it looks like they look at the dress and they go, let's just sew this random fabric here. And can you guys, I don't know if you guys can see the sleeves because I'm getting some glare. Can you see how there's like, the sleeves have holes, the little circles cut out? You probably have to see it up close. I don't know, but it just feels, it's almost like it feels to me like it was a last minute decision to sew this other fabric on or something. I don't know. I like the flutter style. I like this cut of the dress, and you know, we've had it in the past. So anybody who bought any previous versions of this dress, you should be targeting them with the new one as well. If they like the dress and they like the way it looks on them and they like the cut and the style, then make sure you promote the new version to them, because they might want it with a different color and with a different fabric on the sleeves. Joe says the sandals are really cute, and the sales on her glimmer sticks have been good for her this year so far. You know, interestingly, I don't sell that much of the glimmer sticks. I have one customer who consistently buys them. You know, she's like a one of every color type person, and when she uses one up, she'll replenish it. I'm trying to think if there's any of the eyeliners that I sell more of than others. Yeah, I don't know. I think if I had a huge eyeliner base, I really feel like people would be going for the gels. I don't know. Lip liners, I sell. I think I probably sell more lip liners than I do eyeliners, interestingly. Just the randomness of my customers in some ways. There is a Star Wars watch, a dark side Darth Vader silicone strap watch coming out. So if you have, the thing about it though is, I mean, I feel like that's a men's watch, or would be a men's watch, but they haven't advertised with the women's. So is it a women's Darth Vader watch? I'm really not sure based on how they're advertising it here. I think it's, I really don't know. 10 inches long. Women's watches are usually 9 inches long, so I'm assuming they're targeting it towards the men, but I feel like it's kind of a feminine, the color aside, the style and shape of the band is kind of a feminine style. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. I'll show you this necklace. This is the Exotic Paradise collection, and they have earrings and a necklace. In my opinion, I don't care for the earrings with the necklace. I think it's a little bit overkill and too matchy-matchy, but I like either or separate. But the necklace itself is really what I think is pretty. So just interesting, and it's longer. It's one of the longer style necklaces, but you can see it has a lot of different bead shapes and sizes and colors. Just that she needs to see the sleeves closer up. They look pretty, but they would need to have a flowy feel to them. Nothing too stiff that will stick out. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's funny, when I look at it, I sort of feel, you guys know, When I look at it, the first thing that pops in my mind is somebody went crazy with the hole puncher. You guys know that's just how I think. They have a horoscope necklace coming out, which I think is kind of neat. It has the actual like horoscope symbols on them, and they're not gold, but they're gold tone. And they're kind of interesting. Oh, Mindy's here. Mindy finally made it. Hey, girl. Hey. So I don't know. These are kind of the most interesting horoscope jewelry items I've seen in a while. I mean, we've had some nice ones in the past, but these ones kind of got my attention. So, but they're not real gold. They're just gold tone. And then as far as the fine jewelry goes, we have a simulated ruby ring and genuine black onyx oval collection, which includes a necklace and a ring. Why is there an asterisk on this? I don't know. Okay, so here's the ring. Sorry, I was trying to. There's the ring, and then there's the black onyx collection. And he says they're very trendy with the disc shape. Yeah, the interesting thing is it says that the chain is 32 inches long. That's a daggone long chain. So I don't know if that's legit or if that's a typo or what, but the pendant is an inch long. So that's, I mean, an inch is a decent sized pendant as well. So I don't know, 32 inches long with a 3.5 inch extender. I mean, do you need an extender on something that's 32 inches long already? I feel like that's got to be a misprint. Right? That's got to be a misprint. You wouldn't have a 32-inch long chain with a 3.5 inch extender on that, would you? I don't know. I mean, 32 inches is, you know, that's decently long. Pendant is an inch. And an inch pendant is awfully small to go on a 32-inch chain. I don't know. I need to see one of those in person. So if anybody sees any of those ever, gets an opportunity, take a picture of it or something so we can see how long it is, you know, if you see it before we get our hands on the catalog anyway. Let's see. Is there anything in the housewares? Housewares is all food related. I think I'm going to save that for you for a surprise. It's all cooking related. Let's say that. This I really love. I'm going into Mark stuff now. I really love this, except for this is just my personal taste. I'm not a huge fan of tiger's eye. I like tiger's eye when it's by itself, but I don't like it when it's mixed into other things because I feel like you have this nice, bright, you know, cheery, colorful jewelry item, and then they throw the tiger's eye in, and it's kind of like, kind of drags the color down. Does that make any sense? And that's kind of what's going on here. But I feel like it's going to be neat anyway. It's called the Natural Charm Necklace. It's going to be $38 in the Magalog. So can you see it's like pink, 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 pink. There are some kind of champagne sort of colored stones mixed in there as well, and it looks like maybe some gray. Can't tell if those are gray or clear, probably clear stones. And then they have the tiger's eye right in the middle. So So anyway, but the thing I think I love even more is these, they're called the new ball game earrings. And it's going to be a set of 3 earrings. It's going to be 26 bucks, so they're not going to be cheap. But it's 3 pairs, and it's the kind of earrings that has like a stud of some sort on the front, but the back has a ball of some kind. You probably have most likely, if you've seen them before, you've seen the ones that have the giant pearl is on the back. And so there is like a teeny tiny, like what would be a gold stud with this kind of, I don't know how you would describe that, just like a gold textured ball goes on the back. Then there is like a bigger sort of diamondy shaped stud with more of a rhinestone, a bigger like rhinestone type ball on the back. And then there is a gold leaf shape with even bigger kind of pearl on the back. And I totally love those. And the thing about these is you could technically turn them around. I mean, each pair of earrings you could literally wear 2 different ways, because you could put the post in through the back and attach the back on the front and wear the ball stud on the front, or wear them the way they were designed. These I totally love. And these are on trend. So thumbs up for on trend. Which the necklace is on trend too. Excuse me. But here you can see she's wearing the leaf pair with the pearl in the back. So you can kind of get an idea of how big they are. So total thumbs up for that. And then the All Butter Now kind of, they're sort of like Revlon lip butter style product, is going to have 4 new shades. Marvelous, Terra Haute, Razzmatazz, and Fired Up. So Marvelous obviously is a obviously is a mauve shade. Terra Haute is kind of like, it's kind of like a terracotta pink. It's more pink to me than like terracotta coral or orangey, at least according to the swatch. Razzmatazz looks like, it's like a mauve shade but more berry, a little more berry to it. And then Fired Up looks like an orangey red. So the new colors are these ones here across the top. And then these are the old colors here at the bottom. So some new colors there, which is nice because we haven't really gotten a lot of new makeup items lately with Mark. Okay, and then the next page is another representative offer. Save over 45% off the brochure 15 offer price, which is going to be any 2 for $14. So they can mix and match. This is basically a set. It's a 5-piece pack. And in the pack, you get Sweet Honesty, Timeless, Odyssey, Night Magic, Evening Musk, and then Candid. So, 5 of the kind of classic fragrances. Your cost is $18.99. You earned $16.01. It's a $75 value. No limit, delayed building. Order in campaign 13 and 14, build in campaign 15, pay with campaign 16. You only get award sales on the your cost price. So if you're not to President's Club, this is one I would skip. You need all the awards points you can get. And, same old stuff, credit limit, blah, blah, blah. You know the deal. The dealio. Okay, let's see. There's a quick guide in here on how to earn points that don't get you anything. I've complained about this. As part of the rewards and recognition program, that they give you points that you can't actually turn in for anything. But anyway, if you're curious about if you're curious or if your downline doesn't understand it, there is a little guide here that tells you how you can earn points. And you're going to have to do multiple of these things in order to ever make enough points to be able to exchange them for anything, which is what is, to me, is no. Don't like it. Probably won't use it. There's a new empowerment item for the Speak Out Against Domestic Violence campaign that we have. It's a keychain clip-on watch. So it's a little watch that has a little clip on it that you can clip onto your handbag or onto your keys or onto a zipper or whatever. And it's in the shape of a little butterfly. Let me show you that. It's going to be $20 in the brochure. And this is one of those items where if you are President's Club, you can get it for $14. But if you've not hit President's Club yet, then your demo price is $15. And $4 of it will be donated to the Avon Foundation to fund programs to end violence against women. So $4 of it goes towards the campaign. And last but not least, I'll just show you these because they're kind of cute. They're called the My Truth Charm Bracelet. There is a cross, a star, and a heart to choose from. The cross says anything is possible. The star says believe in yourself, and the heart says follow your heart. They're going to intro at $5.99, but the full price is going to be $16.99. I think $5.99 is probably what these are worth, but they're cute. And have you guys noticed lately that some products are never, generally we have an intro price where for 1 or 2 campaigns, the product is at the intro price. And then after that, it goes up to the full price. But I've been noticing lately over the last year that there have been some products that I don't think ever get bumped up to the regular price. Which is fine in a way, because I think the regular price in a lot of these cases is way more than the product is worth, and nobody would ever pay that for it anyway. But it's sort of like trying to trick people into buying them because they think they're getting a deal when they were never going to be full price anyway. So that I kind of have a problem with. The other thing that I kind of have a problem with is that part of how Avon makes their money, or has made their money in the past, on things that they sell at sale prices or things that they give away for free, or things like gift with purchase type things, is that the loss that they are taking for the stuff that they're giving away for free is covered by the profit that they make from another product being sold at full price or at regular price or regular brochure prices. And so by first of all pricing things way higher than they would ever sell at in the first place, just to sell them at the sale price and never put them at the full price because they know nobody's going to buy it, is a lost opportunity to make back money that they kind of give away when they do free things or when they give reps free stuff. That's how you fund those types of opportunities, which I feel like is why we're seeing fewer and fewer of those opportunities, is because maybe they don't know how that's how you do it. And it wouldn't surprise me with this management group that there are things that they don't know, to be honest. I don't know. It strikes me as a very untrained, naive sort of management group right now. And so I don't know, but Jo says she's noticed that too, where there's some things that are being sold that are never going up to the full price. And if you're never going to go up to the full price, it's a bad idea to price it at that anyway, because it affects consumers' opinion of Avon. When it affects my opinion of Avon. When I see something that's going to be priced at $30 that shouldn't ever be priced anything higher than like $7, you know, I'm like, these people have lost their mind and they have no idea what they're doing, right? And consumers think that as well. So I want them to stop doing that. I want them to price it at a price that it's worth and sell it at an intro price that is a deal for customers, and then put it at the normal price because people will buy it at the normal price because it is worth the normal price, and then embed and make money back from free things that you could give us or you could give our customers. Make your money back by selling it at the normal price and do more of those things. That's what I want to see. Jo says it's kind of steep for a watch like that. She likes that it's good for a cause. Not sure how many people are going to want it for 20 bucks. Yeah, I agree. 10 maybe. Even 12 maybe, because they know that proceeds are going towards something nice. But yeah, a small little thing like that, I mean, you know, you can get that for $7 or $8 at a store. So I think $10 would have been a better price range for it. I don't know. Anyway, I'm glad I'm not the only one who's noticed that. that they're not going up to full prices. Jo says not just that they never go up to full price, but then they go in the outlet book at the same price as well. So you never get an actual deal on it. Yeah, and then how much of the stuff has been in the outlet book for a year or almost 2 years now, because people are smart. I mean, they're not stupid. So they know they're not getting a deal on it, so they don't buy it. I mean, I'm that person. I don't care if I don't care how much I love the item. If I feel like I'm being ripped off, I won't buy it anyway, just in principle. Because that's just how I am. I will stick it to the man. Because, I mean, you know, in the world of jewelry and makeup and that kind of stuff, you can find something else similar somewhere else. So, I will just find something that satisfies, you know, how much I like the item equally. Get it from somewhere else. I have this weird hair that's been sticking up this entire time, and it's bugging the crap out of me. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Hate that when that happens. Okay, so is there anything else you guys want to see, or you want more details on, or and is there anything you guys want to cover moving forward? I mentioned this last time. If there's like training you guys want to do, or I don't know, stuff you want to see in more detail or whatever, since we have more time. I mean, we did all that in an hour, so that's pretty good. Then we can do that kind of thing too, moving forward. I was thinking next time, if I can remember, I might bring. I just got a bunch of the stick blushes. The stick blushes, if you haven't gotten to those campaigns yet, the stick blushes and the regular blushes were on sale for like $4.99 each or something. I don't know. But those, for the longest time, never, ever, ever, blushes never were on sale. And they've been putting them on sale lately. And so I got all of them. I love the stick blushes. And I have a couple that are packed away that I haven't found yet. But I started thinking, well, for some of these items where I have a lot of them, I might bring them and do swatches for you guys, just so you can see in person if you've not had an opportunity to see them. So if you're interested in that, tell me, and I'll try to plan to do that kind of thing now and then moving forward. Jo says she's that person too, and a lot of people are that way. And it leads to a loss in overall sales because people don't like to buy from companies that they feel might be ripping them off. And that's the truth. Yep. You know, and even if when technically they're not really ripping you off, it still feels that way. It still feels like trickery. And people don't like to feel like somebody's trying to pull one over on them. So it just leaves a bad taste in their mouth, even if it's a price that they would happily pay. you know, then they're just like, forget it. Joe likes the stick blushes too. Yeah, I think I have all of them, because I feel like I had 2 or 3, and so I bought the ones that I thought that I didn't have because they were on sale. So I think that I have all of them. And I also have, well, I don't know. Anyway, if you guys would be interested in that kind of stuff, I could maybe do some of that, like just bring some of the things that I have and swatch things. I don't buy the stuff just for the sake of having it. I buy the products that I love, I will buy for myself. If it's a favorite product, and you know, I buy based on how much my, you know, I budget for it. So Minnie wants me to work on speaking my mind. Girl, you'd be surprised how much I actually don't say. As vicious as people think I can be, I'm actually nice. I hold my tongue. Because I could slice people down like a ninja. A very sharp tongue. So I'm actually way nicer than people even think that I'm being, which they don't think I'm being nice, but. You know how it is though, when people ignore like all of the good stuff that you say, like when you're like, oh yeah, that was great, or oh, I really love that, or blah blah blah. That goes straight over people's heads, and then they focus on the stuff that you're like, this needs fixed. When I say this needs fixed, that's the stuff that sticks with them. Because you know why? Because people are not used to women. My work experience, well, first of all, I was raised around men, and my work experience was in very male businesses for a long time. And men do not blow smoke up each other's butts like women do. You know, and so women, when a woman is just like to the point, people still do not know what to do with that, still to this day. You know, and rather than just being like, oh, it's just to the point, and it's not, they're not being mean or nice, they're just, you know, saying what's on their mind. If it's a woman, it's a negative thing still in 2015. You know, it's crazy to me. One of these days I want to post something that's just me being flat out like mean and angry and nasty, and people are going to be like, whoa, she has been nice this whole time and I didn't realize. Oh my gosh, I think people's heads would explode if I really like rip somebody a new one. That's just my personality though. Minnie prefers working with men because they don't play the games. I know, and you know what's interesting is that I work with men really well. Like, I get promoted by men. Like, men, when you work in a male environment, they appreciate my approach, like hardcore. You get promoted. I get raises on top of my raises. I mean, because they're very logical black and white thinkers. So when you just give, like, just give me the facts, you know, that's what they want. You just give it to them, and it works really well. Women take everything personally. So if you have something, if you don't like their product, that means you don't like them. If you don't like the management approach or a marketing scheme or whatever, it means you don't like them. You know what I mean? They take it personally. Joe has issues with that at work because it's an all-woman workplace. Yep. One hint of constructive criticism and everyone gets upset. It's ridiculous. Yeah, they take it personally, like you are, like, you know, they feel insulted in some way because you didn't like the marketing plan that they were a part of or whatever. Versus being like, you know what, that's a challenge. They don't take things as a challenge that the company has to overcome. They take it as personal insult and their personal failure. Sometimes it is their personal failure, but that's another topic. Yeah, for me, women have always been harder to work for me because I always step on their toes at some point. They're intimidated by me because I'm smart, I'm a go-getter, I'm competent at what I do, I tell it like it is, and because men, if they have a male boss, always the male boss ends up bypassing them and coming straight to me, and they get offended but they come straight to me because I give it to them the way they want to hear it. So I've always had women always get their toes stepped on. And then after a while, basically we end up having this confrontation where I say, look, if I wanted your job, I would already have it. So stop feeling intimidated or feeling like I'm after your job or feeling like I might take your job or whatever, and just do your job, because I can be your friend or I can be your enemy. Either way, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just here to work, and when the work's done, go home. And I'm here to make us a success. Me intimidating? No. I know. And it's never and we usually get along, like we have a friendly rapport. That's usually fine. It's just related to work. They're basically afraid like they're going to lose their job, or I'm going to take their job, or I'm going to get promoted past them, or something like that. They get offended because the bosses start to come to me instead of going to them when they should technically go to them. That happens to me a lot. But it's all good. It works itself out. Once I tell them, I just tell them if I wanted your job, I'd already have it. I would have already taken it because I'm a go-getter. So I would have done it to you already. That's not who I am. I'm not here trying to steal your life from you. And once they realize that that's true, then they're usually fine. And we get along fine. Mindy had a staff of 32 women, 32 sets of PMS and backstabbing and clicks. Yep. Mindy's downline thinks she's mean, but the ones that get her are making money. Well, and that's hard because people, I always say it, in this business, if everyone was good at running a business or having their own business, then the world would be full of, individually employed, single employee people, and there wouldn't be corporations. But the truth of the matter is that 99% of the population really will only ever be worker bees, and that's just the truth. And so you get these worker bees that end up in your downline who don't want to work that hard, or probably won't really have what it takes to run a business themselves. And you always get pushback when you try to help them do it. But self-sabotage is legit. People will self-sabotage themselves in their own business all the time. And, it's an interesting psychological twist when you follow people that do that, especially in the workplace a lot, sabotage themselves. And it's fear of success. Fear of success makes people not do a lot of things. So Jo fixes everyone's mistakes and doesn't say anything, so she doesn't have to deal with it. No hurt feelings, no clicks, no gossiping. Get her done. Yep. Well, and with, there's a lot of people who take the approach that, even with Avon, and you see it on the Maven page, where people are like, we should be supportive and 100% positive and blah, 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 blah. But the truth of the matter is, when a business is facing struggles like our business is facing in North America, you cannot fix those problems if you pretend like everything is great. So, to pretend like everything is, there is no intelligent CEO who comes in like, there isn't anything we need to fix, and I don't even need to look at the budget because everything is great. And you know what I mean? There's always things that need to be fixed, improved on, you know, corrected, changed, reevaluated, followed up. I mean, always. That's how that, you know. And if there isn't, then you need to come up with some so that you can grow, because you can't just leave everything, you know, flat. If you're going to grow, you have to find some place that you can grow. So that's not a negative thing. That's just, you know, that's just common sense. You can't approach things like everything is hunky dory, because you'll never grow or expand. There's always a place where you can find that there's always going to be some place that's weaker than everything else, you know, and that's what you do as a manager, is you find the weaknesses and you fix them. So to not ever point out any weaknesses, or to, you know, is every time I see somebody make one of those comments, like, we need to be positive and be 100, you know, and always wear a smile on our face or whatever. And I'm like, girl, how much money are you not making? You know, because this is all I do, and I'm not married, and there is no second income. And I'm doing it, right? Like, whose income are you living on? That's what I always want to ask them. Whose income are you living on? Because even if you're, I mean, let's be honest, even if you're selling at a high sales level, do the math. Half of that is the same amount of money as a high schooler makes working part-time in a year at McDonald's. You know what I mean? I mean, let's just do the math for a minute and say, okay, so let's look at earnings level. If you are selling, okay, to get 50%, we'll just do the math here real quick. To make 50%, you have to be selling $1,575 every campaign. Okay. So $1,575 times 26 equals $40,950. Okay. So let's just say you just make the 50% level. And how many people are making 50%? Not that many, right? I mean, really, in the grand scheme of things. So $40,950. Now, how many thousands of dollars are these people probably spending on catalogs, on demos, just buying stuff, whatever? I mean, I think it's fairly safe to say that they probably spend at least 10 grand, right? So we'll round that way down, and we'll say 5 grand. So let's subtract, you know, $5,000 from that. And that's at $35,950. Now remember, they're only at 50% earnings. So let's divide that in half. And they, for the year, if they didn't have any other expenses, made $17,975. And you know that people that are making 50% are working their butts off, right? Working their butts off to make that money. I mean, they're working more than 40 hours a week. Let's just be honest. They're working much more than 40 hours a week. So how many hours a week are they working? 60, 80? I don't know. But to work 60 or 80 hours a week, I need to be making more than $18,000 a year, right? And I'm amazed how few people actually do the math on what they're really earning at the end of the year. What did you really earn? And they make it, and it's always the same people that are like, everything should be positive, and you should make it seem like this is such, you know, this is such a great opportunity. Is $18,000 a great opportunity? Well, not that way. Now, there is opportunity to be had, you know, let's not, I mean, there is opportunity to be had. There's a lot to be said for working for yourself. It frees, you know, you can do this smartly and free up a lot of your time to be with your kids, you know, to be a stay-at-home mom, to, you know, do things for your family, to do whatever else. It's extra money that you can make on the side of what you normally make, but only if you're being smart about it. And most of the time when I see somebody, actually pretty much every time when I see somebody who's like, everything is great, you should always be positive, blah, 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 I know how many hours a week that person is putting into doing this. And I'm like, you're not making You're not even making minimum wage. You're not even making half of minimum wage with the amount of time you're putting into this. So let's reevaluate. You know? And that's the reality. So there's room for improvement. There's room for improvement in that approach, right? In my humble opinion. So you better believe if I'm only making $17,000, $18,000 and I'm putting in 80 hours a week, I'm gonna have a lot to say when I see Avon doing something that I feel like is a huge mistake. Because I'm working my butt off for that $18,000. So they better be getting everything right, you know? Anyway. Okay, well, is there anything else you guys want to see or want to see closer? Or there's a lot of buy one, get one situations, or buy three for this price type things in this book. So Mindy fired all the worker bees, lost 15 people in dead weight, and she's making more money now because she's focusing on the people who actually want to put the work in. Yep. Hiding your head in the sand or in a pool of positive, you'll smother and die. Constructive criticism is necessary in business. Just as always room for improvement. Yep. You know, it's just being realistic. It's not being negative. It's just being realistic is how I see it. You know, I put a big complaint up there. I put a complaint on the Maven page the other day about a response, the types of responses that we get from customer service when it's the customer service in writing. And it's really not any different when you do it over the phone. But here's how, you know, the reason I made that complaint is because call centers in general, the mindset in the last probably 15 years is kind of is making these companies sick, because they think that by scripting the employees and telling them exactly what to say, they think that they can shrink the call time down. And the reason that they want to shrink the call time down is because they can't keep up with or afford to hire enough people to manage the number of calls that come in. But by shrinking the call time down and taking the brain away from the employee to actually solve the problem, instead of things being fixed in first time contact or being fixed on the grand scheme of things, people have to call in over and over and over again to try and get the same one problem fixed. And so in that happening is increasing the number of calls they're getting in. And it's just this vicious cycle that keeps, you know, that happens. And the service reps, because they don't want to lose their jobs, will just follow the script even if it makes no sense to the customer, because if they don't follow the script, they're going to get marked off when they get reviewed and will lose their job, blah, blah, blah. And it's this vicious cycle. Whereas if you give the employees the authority and the control and the respect to let them use their brains and actually solve the issue and speak the way they speak in their own professional tones, number one, you're going to hire better employees. And number two, you're actually going to fix the problem at the root of the source, which means that fewer people will call because these employees are smart enough to say, oh my gosh, we have something that's not working properly. Let's fix the function. And then our calls drop in half because everybody's calling about this major problem that we've got. Whatever that major problem is. It might be you know, it might be a problem on the website, or it might be a problem with shipping, or it might be you know, whatever. It might be a billing problem that's happening. And instead of just replying with a script, they actually get the problem fixed. You know, so I made a complaint about that because they think that they are improving things because they think they're improving call time. But what they're actually doing is making it worse because nothing ever gets fixed. And then you get more and more and more customers that call in or stop being customers. So, you know, my whole point is the system is sick. We have to fix it. You know, we have to fix the system. The system is broken. It is not working. We have to fix it. And that's not a negative thing. That's smart business. You know, it's just reality. That system will never get better. It will only continually get worse unless they fix it at the root of the problem. And the first way they can do that is by stop telling the employees exactly what they have to say and how they have to say it. And stop pressuring them to finish a call in, 110 seconds or less. And stop pressuring them to follow a script that doesn't have anything to do with what the customer's calling in for. But they're not the only call center that's that way. There's I can name a lot of businesses who have that mindset right now, but a lot of them are figuring out that it doesn't work, and they're starting to change things back to the way they used to be, when employees had more authority to actually do things and get things fixed. But that's just an example. Okay. Nobody has anything else they want to see? That was a big old tangent, wasn't it? We went down a little road with that one. That's all right. Somebody will watch this video and will learn something if they pay attention to that portion. There's always room to learn. Okay, guys. Well, 2 weeks. Let's see. What date is 2 weeks? You can put it in your phones. May 2nd. Holy cow, it's going to be May already. May 2nd, 11 o'clock Eastern Time. If you have any requests for that one, like what you want to talk about, let me know. Let me know. Okay. Love you, girls. I'll see you next time. Bye.